Blessed ones of the nations of the world, one more time this is your brother Dan Moses Osei Sakodi of TRC Ghana, coming your way with a continuation of this episode of the expose testimony New World Disorder, coming on the 5th of May 2021, Wednesday. It's being recorded on Tuesday the 4th of May. Akufo to the program Testimony New World Disorder. So Ghana, let's get it clear. It is the kind of ugly politics of hatred, vindictiveness, corruption that is rooted in the body politics of the nation. That is what led His Excellency John Akufo, Nana Addo Akufo Addo. Their political party members who were hiding at the U.S. Embassy, Washington, D.C., to be that evil, diabolical, wicked, cruel traitors to their own land and their people, selling me out as a 21st century slave, sold and sent to the United States of America on the Ghana Airways, which has been caged into a restaurant. Ghana, Akufo to the program Testimony New World Disorder. We have heard part 2. We are continuing part 1. We are continuing part 2. Humanity, just like Moses Alobu, the dangerous and the criminal, the mole of the BNI of Ghana, top ranking Ghana Police headquarters. The NPP member, darling of the John Akufo's and their cronies. DB corrupted minds. Just like Moses Alobu broke away from the NDC. Like I've told, he was an NDC member before he decided to go be an NPP member after the year 2000. Ghana, many Ghanaians that live in Tema Community 4 know that the family of Nana Edubofo Jan, AD 30 Tema Community 4, my uncle, whom I call my father, that raised me, his family, and my entire family has been, and they are still, NPP family. Let's get that clear. I had to separate myself from the NPP because of the evil that John Akufo, irrespective of Mr. Nana Edubofo Jan, being his own bosom friend, a man who hazarded his life financially, organized people, used his home for the meeting of the NPP for years to struggle to get the John Akufo into power in 2000 and the year 2000, and yet, irrespective of how much I have hazarded my life for the NPP during my early youthful days, I've told us that Ghana is a nation where politically the most politically stupid society. Those days, I was just even bread was politicized. They dress bread with political party posters. You understand? Okay. So John Akufo. My family is a family from the Brong Ahafo region of Ghana. And yet, though NPP members, like I've told us, in Ghana, when we are mentioned, you are from the Brong Ahafo region and your delegatory tag, just like the N word, like we are the fools. Bonofo Nkwasiafo. So, in spite of my father Nana Edbofo Jan having hazarded himself, his financial, he was he supported the party with his money. John Dejukumbo had to stab him in the back and use my life for their crime pursuit. Ghana, we are getting it clear that the agenda for the as way back when John Dejukumbo was president, Osama bin Laden was long dead. They were keeping it a secret from the American people, from the Ghanaian people, from humanity and the nations of the world, and they were getting the innocent killed. They knew the agenda was not going to stand the test of time. They were going to get exposed eventually. So they must find another way of letting the global killing machinery run. They had used this Moses Alobu to set me up into traveling to the US. He wanted me to travel. They wanted the agenda to get me to US. Knowing that they were, the FBI have fully informed him that the UK embassy brought them the visa. So definitely they might be on the watch out for him. So he also had to be smart and alert, just like he was at the UK embassy and he fled. So they have furnished him and put him on his toes to be on the alert so he doesn't get arrested. In order for him to see whether the FBI, the CIA were hunting down his life, and if he enters America he'll be arrested or not. They have to come up with the plot and set up, use my innocent life with staff of the Ghana Airways. Ghana, let's get the reason why the Ghana Airways, John Dejukumbo and his administration had to ground the Ghana Airways, put it in a cage, turn it into a hotel. It's part of, it is because of the grand agenda to cover up their evil that they have orchestrated in the US through a set-up marriage with me, which had blown up in the US, and their crimes were going to eventually pop up before the Ghanaian people and humanity. They had to grant the Ghana Airways as a to clean up the mess of the Ghana Airways, because for them to have set me up as an innocent person, to tie me to be a terror suspect for their own criminal, and they were using officials of the Ghana Airways to do this. The main brain that was leading that agenda to get me to the US to fall into the crime of that Moses Alobu, his name was Ben. They called him Papa. He was leading the deal. They had to. I had not traveled outside Ghana before. I had traveled to all the regions of Ghana except one. There were 10 regions. I had I was a good. I was the person that loved Ghana, and because of my writing gift, I had to travel to all the 10 regions of Ghana to try to investigate and to know my people and to know. So that gave birth to this book, Occupy Till I Come. But I had not traveled outside the nation Ghana before. So John Akufo, they had to set me up for the next agenda of the war on terror to carry on at the expense of the innocent Muslims. Osama bin Laden was no more, and they must keep the machinery running. That was the one main agenda. Two, by that they will be able to create an impression to the US government that Ghana is now a dangerous state, a terror suspect whom they have arrested in US. Ghana is gone to oil exploration. They have discovered oil, and any nation that there is oil discovery and oil exploration, there is terrorism. It comes along with terrorism, and so there is the need for the US to come establish a military base in Ghana so that they would secure the oil interest of the US and John Akufo, whom they took over the oil of Ghana for themselves as part of this agenda. Ghana, so let's go back to the Ghana Airways. They had charged me $2,100 for to get me into that setup. That money was taken by that Ben guy of the Ghana embassy with his cronies. They it was my uncle Nana Daniel Opoku AJ. May his precious soul rest in peace. He was also an MPP member who have hazarded his life for the MPP family, MPP government, John Akufo. However, they had to set the family up in this agenda. So my uncle Daniel Opoku AJ, whom they eventually have killed him in secrecy, he sponsored me for that trip. He never knew that it was a plot by his own party, that Moses Alobu was a dangerous person that was setting me up into that war on terror, and my life. There was 100% possibility Ghana I could have been killed. You understand? These were the times that George W. Bush, political sticks in America, would take credit for their performance on war on terror. So they would literally let the FBI, the CIA, the FBI, the Secret Service of US stage a terror act in their own nation, just to that they have arrested the terrorists just to score political points. They do that for politicians. So we should not be surprised as to how they have to orchestrate this long strategy. It was all good on the ticket of George W. Bush and John Akufo. So I was guided through the immigration like a president. They have taken the money. They knew they were setting me up to death. The Moses Alobu, dangerous guy, was sitting behind in Ghana, wanting me to get to US. If the CIA don't arrest me and jail me as a terrorist or whatever, and when I come back to Ghana, then it means he's safe, he's secured. He can enter the US anytime, and he's okay. So he knew that he was setting me up to death. There are many in Ghana who he has made a fool of. That he helped me, and he helped me to go to US. He knew with his political party that they were going to get me killed. He was my friend from childhood. You remember Judas? This was an individual that I've ate with him from the same bowl as we do in Ghana. Yet, he did this to me. Ghana, all you need to understand is the US Embassy. Before I got to the US in the year 2004, by that setup, they knew, the CIA, the FBI, the government of John Akufo, they all knew that this is an innocent Ghanaian that they have sold on the Ghana Airways into that crime of the Moses Alobu guy. And it was very good for them. Don't we forget that John Akufo's cronies at the Washington DC embassy, Ambassador Addo said they had to, as part of the agenda, wanted to take over the oil of Ghana, had to set up an oil company, the EO Group, bond with two oil companies of the US, Cosmos and Exxon Mobil, and come take over the oil of Ghana. 90% of the oil stakes that have been discovered went to the Exxon Mobil and Cosmos, US oil stakes. Political, diplomatic, religion, they have taken it. And then 10% of the stake, the 10% of the stake came to Ghana, of the oil stake. Out of the 10%, only 6.5 came to Ghana as a state, and 3.5 went to John Akufo and his political party, his cronies at the US Embassy. Ghana, we need to know this and understand that this problem that the nation is facing was willfully created by politically wicked minds of our nation. They sought to kill me, they sought to destroy me, but the God of the Bible helped me, wanting them to know that hatred is a crime. They have had tribalism, divisive politics, having no regards for the Muslims of their own land, discriminating against them here and there. They sought to kill me on the back, on the ticket of Muslims, in the hand for Osama bin Laden, and let the war kill him. But God helped me for the sake of humanity. Akwa to the program testimony, you were disorder. So Ghana, America, let's get it clear. The George Bush administration, the FBI, the CIA, they all knew that I am an innocent individual. I had just been set up into the soil of America, and they had to, in pursuit of their agenda, to get me killed. When I got into America, the same George W. Bush administration, John Akufo and his administration had to set me up with this US undercover agent. You see, in the intelligence community of the US, they operate by untruthfulness, lies, deception, delusion. They would want to create an impression that I am that dangerous person that they were looking out for political reasons. That was what they were doing. So they had to set me up into a marriage with this US undercover agent, who knew from the onset of the marriage she had signed her life away, knowing that she was coming on a mission to set an innocent individual up to be held, to be suspected as a terrorist, held, persecuted and tortured. They were torturing, they persecuted me, they wanted me to say that I am that Moses Alobu, and therefore I am a terrorist. This strategy is used by there are many innocents in America whom the police service itself has set them up, persecution, and got them into confessing to. It could be the death of an innocent man. They torture you, persecute you, they get you to confess to what you don't know about because you are dying at their hands. That strategy was what the US undercover agent was using with the police service of the US, the FBI, the CIA, the Secret Service, the NSA, George W. Bush's administration. Ghana, we shall go deeper, but in order for John Agyekum Kufuor to clean up the mess before he leaves office, he made sure that the Ghana Airways on which I was sold and pulled to America, that Ghana Airways, they had to give it a clean sheet by covering up the crime of the staff. If the ugly deal gets blown up, eventually, for liability reasons, the Ghana Airways was going to suffer huge, and it's going to be on Ghana. So the smartest thing that John Agyekum Kufuor had to do, he think it was smart, grounding the Ghana Airways, wiping it out from the airline industry. But the God of Daniel, the God of Ghana, my God, and the God of the human race, went ahead, wanting to expose them, made John Agyekum Kufuor turn the Ghana Airways into a restaurant, and then God caging it in front of the Terminal 3 airport. Ghana, we are talking about a crime that the current Ghana airport international flight is done in Terminal 3, but where the local flights take place, the terminal where the local flights in Ghana take place, that was the base that was used by John Agyekum Kufuor to commit that crime. So in a way, the Terminal 3 that has been built and for international flight and the local flight, it is helping them it is helping the John Agyekum Kufuor and their cronies. It's helping them to in a way hide their evil that they did. You understand? Okay. But God also went ahead, caged the Ghana Airways right in front of the Terminal 3, so that when he has redeemed me and I am pointing to the evidence, the whole world will see that of a truth, this is an innocent man who has been used as a sacrificial lamb for global evil to be done to the innocent of the nations of the world by political sticks, diplomatic, religious sticks. John Agyekum Kufuor's political, but I will be emphatic on that. Obia Wodi and their cronies, George W. Bush and their cronies in America, Ghana. So they were able to, as covering up for the Ghana Airways, they had to face the Ghana Airways out from the airline industry. We should also understand that because of the dangerous dealing that they have done and was going to blow up with time, they need to seal up, do every possible cleanup. Today, that BNI, which was used in initiating this dangerous thing with the Moses Alobu, that BNI is now called NIB. So they are not the institution that commit to them. They are not. They have been able to seal up indeed. We should also remember that as I was contending in America before the United Nations UN High Commission for Human Rights, exposing the John Akufo government, eventually what John Akufo and the EO group had to do to seal up, to clean up their mess, was to sell off their 3.5% oil stake of Ghana out of the 10%, which they took for themselves at the expense of my innocent life. They had to sell it off to give the crime stakes of the Ghana ambassador Addo and their stakes, to give them a clean sheet. They have been able to get me to US. So the rest will be taken over by the CIA, FBI, the US undercover agent. They must clean up all their mess. But Ghana and the nations of the world, when Adam and Eve, they have committed sin, they decided to sow fig leaves to cover up themselves. Eventually, when God came to this and asked them, where are you? Say, we are naked. You have covered yourself, you are naked. See, you are stupid, Adam. See, you are stupid, Eve. You thought you were wiser than God. John Akufo. Nana Addo Akufo. Political diplomatic stakes in Ghana. We were colluding with America to be traitors and sell your own nation out. You are selling one Ghanaian to get him killed. His family was an NPP family. From this book, Occupy Till I Come, you see how much I hazarded my life to get John Akufo into power in 2000. As a result of the evil that John Akufo administration did with my innocent life, wanting to kill me, destroy my precious life in a foreign land. That was why God gave me His Excellency John Evans Fifi Atamils to be my help. And God got my heart knitted with His Excellency John Evans Fifi Atamils. I broke away from John Akufo and his MPP, who willfully sought to kill me under global agenda. Ghana, this is an iota of what we need to hear. We are getting deeper. This is part 2. America, get it clear. Humanity and the nations, that is clear. United Nations, let's get it clear. I had made it clear to the UN High Commission for Human Rights as far back as 2009 that the case that I presented to them, it is nothing in comparison to what had to be exposed. And I quoted them a scripture that the prudent holdeth his peace until afterwards. I was hoping that this case will be heard. I was hoping that there will be an opportunity for me to testify before the UN High Commission for Human Rights, that the world knows what has happened. However, unfortunately, diplomatic minds, political minds, religious minds in Ghana and America, they had to do what they know to do by exploiting humanity, exploiting my family, and put their evils on my family that they might look innocent. And today, they had used the administration of Nana Addo Akufo to start killing my family members one after the other. They have killed my pastor in the house of God. They have killed my John Evans Fifi Atamils. They have not been content. They have killed my Bakwisi Ebisa Atta. They have not been content. They have killed my Jerry John Rowland. They have not been content. They have killed my Dr. Musumuru Kofiana in secrecy. They have not been content. Ghana, if you look at all that has been done, you know that these people wanted to kill me. And that is what they have pursued up till this very day. The God of the Bible is proving to them that whether we are Muslims, whether we are Akans, whether we are Bronze, whether we are Fantis, as Akans, whether we are Shantis, whether we are Northerners, no matter which part, who we are in Ghana, we are all Ghanaians. You don't need to belong to somebody's political party, somebody's tribe, somebody's religion to be a Ghanaian. God made you a Ghanaian. Let's go to the next expose. God bless you. And God bless my homeland, Ghana. It is well with my soul. Bye-bye.